Welcome to Cradle to Golden Years. I'm Dr. John M. Thompson, Director of the Aging and Youth Services Department. The mission of Aging and Youth Services is to improve the quality of life of children, youth, and seniors through the development and coordination of programs and advocacy that achieve self-sufficiency, sustainability, and civic engagement. Did you know that Senior Center participants have higher levels of social interaction and life satisfaction than their peers? Having great friends is one of life's most wonderful rewards, and senior centers can be a perfect place to meet new people in your neighborhood. According to the National Institute on Aging, several research studies have shown a strong correlation between social interaction and health and well-being among older adults. The first half of our show will feature a local partner's success in combating social isolation and efforts to expand services for seniors. Young adults who were at risk for falling off track but had a mentor are 55% more likely to enroll in college, 78% more likely to volunteer regularly, and 130% more likely to hold leadership positions. Thanks to the Fulton County My Brother's Keeper Task Force, a unique partnership has developed to contribute to these statistics and is doing much more. That's coming up later in today's show. So stay tuned, we will be right back. Welcome back. Union City, Georgia is one of the 15 suburban cities located in Fulton County with a population of over 20,000 residents. Seniors make up 8% of the population and are estimated to rapidly increase over the next decade. Strategic Priority 4 of our Career to Golden Years model states that this agency will create and strengthen partnerships to implement innovative practices. We achieve this by leveraging county resources to implement programs that enhance the quality of life of existing customers while attracting new ones who could benefit from the services. One of our valued partners is here with us to explain how this priority is being achieved to impact seniors and combat social isolation. Here today we have Mayor Vince Williams of Union City and Lee Blitch, Director of Parks and Recreations for Union City. Welcome, gentlemen. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you, Dr. Thompson.
Thank you.
Glad to be here.
I appreciate it. So let's just have a conversation, and so that we can inform the viewers out there about what we're doing. I mean, some folks think that interagency or intergovernmental efforts don't work, but I think this is a testament to what you guys are doing in the city of Union City with Fulton County government. So let us know, let the viewers know. I want to open the conversation. What are you guys doing in terms of senior programming, and how are you all moving the needle to help more seniors in your city?
Well, certainly, Dr. Thompson, I certainly have been a strong advocate for our seniors. You know, many of us are approaching our golden years. But one of the things that has prompted me to reach out to the county is we don't have a senior center in our city, if you will. And one of the things that I wanted to reach out to the county about was to make sure that we have the same opportunities afforded to our seniors that many of the other cities already have. You know, we do have a center that we use as a multi-purpose facility, okay, but we don't have the resources available to provide nutritional lunches for our seniors who are often at home during the day. And sometimes, as you know, that lunch may be the only meal that many of them have in a day. So certainly I thought about it. I said, once we got new leadership, and certainly speaking of yourself and Commissioner Donnell and a number of the other commissioners, I reached out to share my concern, but also my hopes for an opportunity to make sure that you guys heard me through hearing my seniors, and invited you guys to come out, and certainly you saw what we had and shared some of your thoughts and ideas, and I was just blown away with the reception that you all had by making sure that you wanted to partner with us. So certainly I'm excited about that. But a lot of the resources and the opportunities that we have in the current center, I think Mr. Blitch, who has done a phenomenal job with growing our Parks and Recs facility, this is something that I think he can share more with you on.
Yes, please. Mr. Blitch, tell us what you guys have been doing, I'd just say the last 3 years with serving seniors. What are you guys doing?
Well, to be honest with you, we haven't been doing anything. We've got a center, but we hadn't been really servicing the seniors, only just a few classes here and there. But since the buzz has got around that we're going to be partnering with Fulton County, everybody's excited.
Awesome.
I see the seniors on a daily basis, and when they come in and they hear of what we are doing, they are excited. So,
about how many seniors on any given day? About how many seniors come to the center?
Well, initially when I first got there, we only had maybe about 20 per day for different kinds of activities. And now we've increased to maybe about 30. But now that they know you coming or that the county is coming, they're there 40 or 50 a day.
Awesome. So, Mr. Mayor, tell us, what are you guys doing to move that needle with adding a full-fledged senior center at this multi-purpose facility? What are you guys doing?
Well, I tell you, and when you say, what are you guys doing? It's all of us, the county along with the city. We have the facility, the structure, if you will, but there were some things that we didn't have, such as the proper equipment, the stove, the warming units for providing warm, hot lunches.
Okay.
Monday through Friday. We wanted to make sure that we had everything in place, but also the hand washing sinks. We didn't have the 3-sink mechanism, but also an additional hand washing sink. So once we got the instructions from you and your department, you said, if you can get this and do that, get the proper outlets, we'll take care of the rest. And we were like Johnny on the spot, making sure we took care of what we needed to make sure that we didn't halt or retard anything that needed to take place. But certainly we have been extremely excited about what's happening, and our excitement doesn't touch the excitement of the seniors, because we had the opportunity to host a cooking class. Right. That the chef from Fulton County came out, did a cooking class. We had a full house. Commissioner Darnell was there and some of her team, but it was well received, and we get seniors not only coming by but calling daily. Right. Awesome. When is this going to happen? Awesome. So we've had some hiccups, on both sides, from the city and the county, but we've gotten those straightened out. So we're looking forward to hosting a grand opening, if you will, of our senior facility.
Awesome. Well, what I'm excited is, again, this true partnership of the county and the city coming together, and you and I have had numerous conversations.
Yes.
No egos involved. We're there just to do the work as public servants. So I'm excited that the center will have a full-fledged exercise equipment for our seniors, and do chair aerobics, the computer laboratory, the opportunity to even have more cooking demonstrations.
Exactly.
And so, I do believe that some seniors aren't eating the necessary meals a day.
You're right.
And then think about those other seniors who have the opportunity to eat those meals, but because the loved ones have left the house, they're still cooking as if they had 3 or 4 children in the house.
And then there goes a lot of waste.
A lot of waste. And so it's a chance for them to really learn how to cook for one person or 2 individuals, and to focus on that, to save money and to focus on their future. And so I'm very excited. Mr. Blitch, are there any lasting thoughts you want to share with our viewers out there?
Yeah, I think that not only from the food side of what the county has done, but with the exercise room, everybody's excited about that. Some of the ladies want to do exercising, they want to walk, and the machine that you're putting there is certainly going to enhance what we're trying to do, is trying to keep them healthy.
Awesome. And I tell you, I like you when I had a chance to do that site visit with our Deputy Director, Darrell Jackson Jr., and Ken Van Hoos, our Director for Aging Services. I was very impressed with the art side of the house, and so with the crocheting and what seniors are doing there. And that's amazing.
Yes.
And so I know that that's one component, but now there's the physical component, and now
Right.
there's the nutritional component.
Right.
Now there's peer counseling and other programs coming
Right.
to your
Right.
facility.
Exactly.
And so I'm very ecstatic about what we're doing.
Well,
And
you
so-
know, you talked about it in your opening about sustainability, you know, so certainly we want to make sure that we open up opportunities of sustainable lifestyles, if you will.
Right.
So certainly this is going to be an opportunity, but a gathering spot for those seniors who might not have anything or anywhere else to go during the daytime or even the evenings, you know. So we open up the opportunity for those seniors to be there 5 days a week with programs and resources. And thanks to the county, you know, we're adding a component of technology because a lot of our seniors have families, and many of those families include grandkids that are out of state and they're, you know, want to be in touch. So now we have the opportunity to do classes where they can learn about email. Something as simple as email. So certainly we're excited about that as well.
Before we close, if you can just quickly tell us, what are you guys doing in the future to continue to combat social isolation amongst our seniors?
One of the things that I know we need to do, we have already started it. We're creating small events in our parks where we do walk in the park. We're doing it once a month, and we're looking at pushing that up to maybe 2 to 3 times a month, where we're doing walks in the park, but walks throughout the city, you know. And certainly you get a chance to walk not only with the seniors, but you walk with your elected officials, and they're out there sweating, breathing hard, just like the rest of them, you know. So we're excited about it. You know, one of the things that we have participated in is Active Georgia, and certainly we have grasped that to the point where everybody in the city, along with staff, but also many of our citizens, are participating in Active Georgia. And what that is, that's an organization that tracks your city's activities, physical activities as it relates to exercising. And we have the opportunity probably by the first of the year to find out if we have been selected as Georgia's most active city.
Well, I want you to keep us posted on
Yes,
that.
indeed.
All right.
We're number 2 in the state right now.
Awesome.
Yes,
keep
yes,
us
sir.
posted.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, I want to thank you all so much for being on the show today. And stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Cradle to Golden Years show. Again, I'm Dr. John M. Thompson, Director of Fulton County's Aging and Youth Services Department. Just imagine the impact a mentor can make. According to the 2015 U.S. Census Bureau, 23.6% of U.S. children, that's 17.4 million children, lived in a father-absent home in 2014. Mentoring, at its core, guarantees young people that someone cares about them, assures them that they are not alone in dealing with day-to-day challenges, and makes them feel like they matter. 2 members of the Fulton County My Brother's Keeper Task Force are here to discuss the impact of mentoring in Fulton County. Dawn Parker is principal at the Alonzo A. Krim Open Campus High School, and Michael Stovall is the Assistant Athletic Director of Career Development and Life Skills at Georgia State University. Welcome to the show, you all.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for being here. This is such an important topic. It's definitely a topic that is near and dear to my heart in terms of mentoring people, not just receiving but giving. And so, Principal, I want to start with you. Tell me, what does mentoring mean to you, and how did you get involved with this partnership?
Absolutely. Well, first and foremost, my involvement with within this partnership started with Mr. Robert Lewis reaching out to me as a previous college athlete and connecting me with Mr. Stovall at Georgia State and providing a mentoring opportunity for me as an athlete and some other graduated athletes to be able to serve his students. So that was the initial component of that. However, as principal of Alonzo A. Krim, my goal is to always seek out partnerships that are going to serve the needs of my kids. At Alonzo A. Krim, I serve about 160 students, and these students have previously dropped out of school. They are either homeless, they're considered challenged and at risk. However, they're back at CRIM because they want to make a difference in their life. They've come back through an interview process and they've made the commitment to make a difference in their lives. And that's what we're about, providing them support and the services needed to make certain that they're 100% successful, not just to graduate with a diploma, but to move on and truly be either college and or career ready after high school.
Amazing. Mr. Stovall, if you can just enlighten our viewers out there about how Georgia State University is involved in this partnership.
Well, when I first got to Georgia State University, one of my main tasks in the life skills department was to do community outreach. I met Mr. Lewis through a meeting that we were having, and he spoke of the My Brother Keepers program. And then I met Principal Parker as I had her come in to talk to my athletes about life after graduation, which is part of our Summer Bridge program, which we have for our incoming freshmen that come in and need to get a kind of a leg up on the other students that are there so they can get acclimated into collegiate life. Ms. Parker did a great job, and then we spoke about the Alonzo A. Krim School, about their mentoring program. So as she mentored our student athletes, it was necessary for our student athletes to then go mentor her students.
Wow. Absolutely.
Wow.
Yes.
So each one is given to another.
Yes, and we will continue to lift as we climb and move forward.
Awesome.
In this process.
And so tell me, what does this mentoring program actually look like at your school?
Right, absolutely. It is truly fulfilling the epitome of what My Brother's Keeper stands for, right? It's giving a handout and a hand up for our kids. We have scheduled intentionally within our master schedule a meeting with them twice a month, the second and fourth Wednesday, where they come in during X block and they are connecting with my students one-on-one. And they're providing empowering opportunities for those students to actually bond, to build relationships, to build job readiness skills, academic skills, social emotional learning, just true relationships with African American males who've been successful, some of whom have gone through the challenges in life that they're currently facing, and they serve as role models that they give an inspiration of hope that they can make a difference. And that's a commitment that they've made to us beyond this school year. And so we will have them in our building twice a month for at least an hour and a half, 2 hours. In addition to that, they already are doing the partnerships where we're going out and we're extending with Georgia State opportunities for bonding and relationships to take place outside of the classroom. They're also talking about the next steps of having some of our students even go on to Washington, D.C. We had the privilege of having Mr. Broderick Johnson, who, as you know, is the chair of the My Brother's Task Force. He's also a cabinet member and the assistant to President Barack Obama. He came in and personally sat down with my students and gave them just an uplift of hope that they can and will be. He extended to them, what can I take back to the president based on your voice to make a difference? And my kids responded, and they were so delighted because that exposure and that experience is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
That is amazing. So not only are they being mentored, but they're connecting on a governmental level,
Absolutely.
And politics and civic engagement. And that is what this world is all about.
Absolutely.
And so they're getting that exposure. And so, Mr. Stovall, how are your student athletes responding to this challenge?
Well, the beautiful part is that when we bring in, and we've even brought in a couple of graduate students, as they're talking to the students, they're a closer connection than we are. And that's what's the beautiful part about it, is that we aren't in the way of them talking to the kids. So if there's the students. So as they are students themselves talking, they're saying, well, hey, I've been in your shoes. Yes. As a matter of fact, one of our main graduate students, a young man that is in the graduate program with us in kinesiology, he's from the Atlanta area. So and I'm from the Atlanta area. So we are both able to talk directly about being from this area, being from the Atlanta area, being scholarship athletes, and then making our way past all of the I don't want to use the term roadblocks, but the challenges that Atlanta presents, especially in certain neighborhoods. Absolutely. So it is actually something that now, as more students start to develop the relationship with the students, it'll grow and it'll be something that's consistent. So it's not just a program, but it's a relationship within the community. So we would love to keep this going long after I and Principal Parker are gone from here. Hopefully this program will continue to roll on.
Memorialize the program, measure the success,
Yes.
and it's carried on. And what I like a lot about this program is having that mentor who's a student athlete.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I recall the days of being in high school, I looked up to that athlete, but now an athlete who's a student athlete,
Yes.
you know, making the grades in college at the next level.
Yes.
You know, I see that person. So if they're doing it, I should be able to do the same thing.
Absolutely.
Break those barriers and
Yes.
get to the next level.
Absolutely.
So that I can graduate, so that I can become self-sufficient and help society.
And that's what's beautiful about the program also, is that a lot of times, and I even struggle with this, a lot of times when we want to bring in positive people, everyone has the quote unquote rags to riches story. But what about the people that actually did it the right way? So a lot of these student athletes, they don't have the I was once this person, but now I'm this person. They have the I've been this person the entire time. I saw what was going on outside the walls, but I stayed inside, and now that merits the success that I'm also having, which gives those young men the wherewithal to say, hey, you know what? I can stay on the straight path and I can actually be successful.
Absolutely.
So I can see a positive reinforcement in the behaviors that I will have in the future and going forward.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yes.
Principal Parker, could you share with our viewers how a mentor or mentors changed your life?
Changed my life in particular. I can absolutely speak to Miss Jane Hicks. And Miss Jane Hicks at Heritage High School in Lynchburg, Virginia was my basketball coach. And she was my guidance counselor. And I loved her dearly, and she looked out for me. I was fairly talented, and I think that's why I was able to garner that William and Mary basketball scholarship that gave me that athletic experience in college. But she was my rock, and she advocated for me when I did not know she was even advocating for me. And she took me by the hand in class, outside of the classroom, and she just gave me hope and made me believe that this could happen. When I was a senior, I didn't even think about college. It just materialized for me. I had some talents, and because I had someone who loved me and respected me, I was able to achieve beyond my possibilities. And right now I'm a principal. I had a wonderful collegiate athletic experience, and I'm thankful with my brother Keeper to be able to bring that back to life and allow me to relive that and to be able to share. But ultimately, without her, I don't know if I'd be right here, right now.
Amazing. And so it shows to our viewers out there the importance of mentoring. And so to our viewers out there, if you're a college student or you're a young person in a career or even a senior who's retired, we encourage you to reach back and help someone who needs that support, someone in your community. You don't have to look far. Look in your own backyard. The folks in your church and civic organizations, just reach out and provide that necessary support. You don't know, just that brief guidance or wisdom you share with someone can help them to turn their life around.
Absolutely.
And so I want to thank you all so much for this enlightening conversation today. And just, I feel the passion that you all exude. And so thank you so much. I pray that you continue to do the good work and help our communities.
Thank you.
Thank you so much once again for being here.
Thank
we'll
you.
be right back. As we close this show, I want you to know that we appreciate you, the viewer, and all of the feedback you have provided since the show began. I hope that you have seen our goals for strategic partnerships in action today. You have witnessed our spectrum of commitment through a partner in Union City decreasing social isolation to partners in local schools and universities mentoring students and affecting lives. As always, we welcome your feedback and the opportunity to speak with you further about these and more services provided by the Aging and Youth Services Department. For more information about these programs and our department, please contact us at 404-612-9558 or email us at agingandyouth@fultoncountyga.gov. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time on Cradle to Golden Years.